All right. So a lot of people ask, what's a heat pump, right? Do they have one? How does it work? What is it? What does it look like? How would they identify it? This is a heat pump. Ooh. Okay. Not really, but kind of. This is called a reversing valve. A heat pump is just your air conditioner. That's it. With this built into it. It's the only difference. Your air conditioner, in a brief synopsis, works like this. This is your compressor. It pumps into your condenser, which is your outside unit with the big fan on it. Okay? Air comes out here and here and here. Okay? The refrigerant then keeps going, goes to a metering device, and then to your indoor fan, where air goes over it. And it goes back there. Okay. Metering device is just like a spray paint can. If you have a spray paint can and you spray the fluid out of here, the pressure in here, the liquid pressure, the pressure drops as the vapor is being shot out, causing the liquid to boil and create more vapor. And in the process of boiling, draws heat. So what happens when you hold a can, an aerosol can, regardless of what kind, spray paint, um, some type of, fragrant thing, body, deodorant, whatever. The can itself gets colder the longer you hold it in and spray. Why? It's because of this. The liquid in the can boils off, replacing the vapor, the gas that is being pushed out. And as it does that, it needs heat in order to boil. And so it becomes cold to the touch because it's drawing in heat. Okay. Your air conditioner works the exact same way as a spray paint can. The compressor pumps the vapor into the condenser. The condenser, that's a coil in here, cools that vapor by pulling air across the coil. The then cooled vapor, hopefully as much liquid as it can be, comes down here and meets an orifice. An orifice is just a very fine hole. That's it. Just like the jet in any carburetor or gasoline engine. It is a very small hole. It could also be a TXV, an EEV, an LEV, whatever. Doesn't matter. Point is, it's an orifice. It meters the refrigerant. When that hot, hopefully liquid refrigerant hits that hole, the pressure on this side drops. And when it does, the liquid boils off, just like here. And when it does, you are left with hopefully still liquid, but a mixture of, I believe, 20% vapor, 80% liquid, 25-75. Regardless, there is a level of liquid in this coil, and it now has to boil off, right? Meanwhile, the compressor is sucking this side, creating low pressure. So we got high pressure over here, low pressure over here. So the combination of the orifice creating low pressure and the compressor sucking creating low pressure makes this the lowest point in the system. The liquid is then boiling off, looking for heat to continue to boil, drawing in heat. And as your air inside passes over it, what happens to the air? It loses its heat and cools. And that's how your house stays cold. It's just a fancy spray paint can. That's it. Now, heat pump makes this cycle backwards. That's it. compressor pumps hot gas this way into your indoor coil, which then loses heat, causing your home to get warm. Then it goes and passes over a metering device and does the same as it did over here before, but now at the outdoor unit. So it absorbs heat outside now and releases heat inside. So all it does is reverse the flow of refrigerant. It's your air conditioner running. It's just running backwards. Not really. It's still running forwards. It uses this guy. Okay. This is your reversing valve. Refrigerant comes in and goes out. Comes in, goes down, or vice versa. If this is over here, it does that. If it's over here, it comes in and out and in and down. So by doing that, it can reverse the flow of refrigerant. This is that piece. Refrigerant comes in that way and like that. Or if it's in the other orientation, if the reversing valve is activated, it does just the opposite. Refrigerant goes like that. And it goes like that. So it slides back and forth. When it's this way, it's going like that. When it's this way, it's going like that. And then this one does, obviously follows along. By doing that, it's able to reverse the flow of refrigerant. So that reversing valve is what enables you to have a heat pump. Now, how does it do that? I don't know if you could see in there, but okay. So how does it do that? It does that with this little guy right here. Okay. This is a solenoid valve. This solenoid, when pulled, allows the pressure to either be on this side and negative on this side, which causes that little piston, this thing in here, that should have a little black thing that I don't have anymore, to slide this way or that way. Based on the pressure, high on this side, low on this side, it's going to go over there. High on this side, low on this side, it's going to go back over here. And this plunger pulling decides which direction it's going to be in. And that's called a solenoid valve. So this whole thing is your reversing valve. It's what allows you to have a heat pump system. That particularly is a solenoid valve. Okay? So that's what a heat pump is. It is just a typical straight air conditioning system with a reversing valve that allows it to run backwards, allows the refrigerant to flow backwards. That's all it is. Heat pumps are about 4 times more efficient than electric heat. So that's the way you want to go. They are still more efficient than any other source of heat. Unfortunately, with the cost of electric and that, I don't know if it's still technically cost effective to use that over propane or oil or natural gas. But that's something I could find out. But so that's what a heat pump is. It's just your normal AC system. So if you look in your outdoor unit, your condenser, or you look in an outdoor unit and you see this next to the compressor, which is the big black thing in the middle, that means you have a heat pump. If you don't see this, you don't have a heat pump. As simple as that. If you look up your individual model number or the model of the piece of equipment that you're working on, you're going to be able to tell whether or not it's a heat pump or not. But that's a dead giveaway. If it don't have this, it ain't a heat pump.